The following video was taken from a chapter in my science fiction novel by Jude Dupère-Duville entitled The Snapdragon Code. Please watch and enjoy.
Sure, Evie. I'll practice my rapping lines and I'll say, I'm one cool dude, 'cause I'm going to your school, and I'm going to shine, 'cause I look mighty fine. Then I'll say, what's up, Doc? You know, stuff like that.
Adam says while laughing.
You'll say no such thing.
B tells him.
You'll be polite and grateful and respectful, period.
B says with a look of distress on her face.
Grandma, come on, of course I won't act crazy. I'll make both of you proud of me. Now can I go out?
Adam asks, stressing the word now. Far away, as Stan Rothmann sips his cocktail, he cannot help but smile, knowing there wasn't anything Adam could say or even do that would deter his acceptance at the academy. Stan's money was all that was necessary to get Adam inside those doors. I had better send Dr. Marchand an email reminding him that Ms. Paradis and her nephew will be arriving for their appointment on Monday. Stan then finishes his message with a PS. Please note, my support of the school will be made in increments. 1 million will be wire transferred from my bank on Monday, after your meeting with Ms. Paradis and Adam. Subsequent donations of equal amounts will follow at the beginning of each semester. I expect you will give the family VIP treatment. With that taken care of, Stan was ready for a dip in the pool and another drink from the freshly made cold pitcher of margaritas that Bentley had brought out less than a minute ago. Just before diving under, Stan tells Alexa to play one of his favorite tunes from the beginning. Then tells himself, I don't think I'll go down and watch the tourists tonight. Instead, I'll go home to Eden.
Aunt Evie, this is going to be a lot of trouble for you in the winter. Driving back and forth.
We will do it, Adam. Your grandmother and I are going to take turns. I will bring you up in the morning and B will pick you up at the end of the day. We're going to work it out, that's all there is to it.
But Aunt Evie, maybe I could stay on campus like a lot of the other kids. It would be easier for you.
Yes, it would be easier but a lot more expensive, and we would miss having you home with us. Let's see how things work out first. Now remember, this school not only admires good grades, but I heard they especially appreciate good basketball players. So let them know you love the game, okay?
Evie had driven by the prep school many times on her trips up to the big lake. However, today she was seeing the main building's imposing brick facade and tall, columned entrance up close. The 150-year-old edifice stood like a stately sentinel, overlooking the perfectly mowed lawns touching the big lake. The site served as a reminder to the locals that the kids who came here could afford the best and got the best. The children who actually grew up in this region couldn't afford to go here. So it seemed ironic in a way that the school's newest student was a poor kid from the area who was unaware that he was now one of those privileged kids.
Look at this place, Adam. What a lucky kid you are to be able to go to high school here.
Look at all the athletic fields. And over there, look at all the tennis courts, and they even have basketball courts. Wow, this is going to be a fun place to go to school.
Adam says as he moves from the right to the left of the back seat to try and catch it all.
Adam, you're coming here to learn. Remember that. I'm going to ask the admissions director to show us the science building first. That's what you should be thinking about.
When they reach the parking area in front of the admissions building, Evie parks the Jeep and they all get out to stretch their legs. No sooner had they started up the steps that they were met by two smiling people, one of whom Evie recognized.
Good morning, Miss Paradis, and this is your nephew, Adam, I presume?
Yes, Dr. Marchand. And this lady is my mother and Adam's grandmother, B. Paradis.
Evie says as they all shake hands with smiles aplenty.
Miss Paradis, may I call you Evelyn, and may I call your mother Beatrice?
Of course, just a little less formal. Call me Evie and my mom B.
Evie and B. I want to introduce you both to Miss Kelly, the person in charge of admissions. She's the lady who was kind enough to get all of your paperwork completed. All you have to do is come inside and sign a few documents before you leave. But first, we're going to take you on a tour of our beautiful campus, and then we'll go to the dining hall and have some lunch. Now, let's get all of us into one of our vans, so we can travel around together. Do any of you have a preference for what parts of the campus you want to see first? We have the Performing Arts Center, the tennis complex, the art studio, the climbing barn, the athletic center, and boathouse.
We would like to see where you teach your science classes.
Evie then agrees with her mother's suggestion, prompting Dr. Marchand to say,
Of course, you must see the most important place first. It's just a short way up this lane. You'll see on your right over there that we've got a whole new robotics and science center under construction at the moment as well. As a matter of fact, an acquaintance of yours, Mr. Rothmann, has just agreed to fund an entire new wing of the building that we're about to see. His donation will allow us to bring in visiting academics, as well as Nobel laureates, to give lectures here on the newest concepts in science. Our students will have a chance to meet with and learn from the greatest minds in these fields, all because of Mr. Rothmann's foundation. It seems we have you to thank, in no small part, for this gift.
Evie did not know what to make of Preston's reference to what he considered her influence over Rothmann's generosity. Nor was she happy that he mentioned it at all, in front of her mother or Adam. Luckily, she didn't think Adam had picked up on the full implications of what he had said, since Adam was already walking ahead of them and looking into the classrooms. However, she was sure Bea had heard him say it and had already recorded it in her crafty memory bank. How would she deflect Bea's questions later on? She had no clue. However, now was not the time for Evie to consider the best rational explanations.
Adam, this room is probably where you'll have most of your science and math classes this year, but by next year, you'll be in the new science building.
Adam, however, didn't acknowledge or respond to Dr. Marchand's comment right then, because he was already fully engrossed in reading what had been left on the whiteboard from last semester's exam. It read, "This is a two-part question. 1. What does the Heisenberg uncertainty principle tell us about the measurement of a quantum particle's dual properties? And 2. Is the measurement itself responsible for all part of the uncertainty?"
I know the answers to those questions. It's because particles are actually camouflaged by the pilot wave. You can't get a very accurate measurement of the particle's location and its momentum at the same time, because the particle itself is hidden somewhere within the wave. It's like if you hit the wave with a photon gun, you locate the particle and you lose the momentum, but that's not the whole story.
Adam tells Ms. Kelly.
No, Steinberg thinks this way of looking at it is naive. He says the measurement-decide-disturbance relation is the wrong way to look at this concept. He says the act of measuring isn't always what causes the uncertainty. Let's see, I know the answer to the next question too. 3. Explain the meaning of entanglement in physics and what physical law does it appear to violate? I have my own ideas on that one. See, what if the entangled particles are projections from a boundary location, where the actual distance between them is much smaller, even local? Then, faster than light signaling would not actually be occurring. Or, and this is a big or, what if entanglement is actually a tell, an indication that determinism is at work here?
Well, young man, looks like you're ready for this class already. Why don't we start towards the art studios and then the performing arts center? We can go by way of the indoor jogging circle.
As the group enters the large circular building, a wall of windows along the indoor track curves around, giving the athletes a wide view of the grounds.
Are you ready for a run, Adam? Go ahead. You'll meet up with us when you come around again, but don't break any records.
Preston tells him as Adam takes off and disappears beyond their view.
You must be proud of your grandson, Bea. He seems unusually bright, and we are lucky to have him at our school. I think he'll fit in with the other students here, without any problem at all. Now you said he enjoys basketball, so I was thinking we'll get him signed on to one of our teams as soon as he starts school in September.
After lunch in the dining hall, Dr. Marchand invites Bea and Evie to follow Ms. Kelly to the admissions building to complete the remaining admissions paperwork, while he and Adam walk down to the boathouse to check out their marina. 2 of the instructors were there, even now getting the sailboats ready for the kids coming in during late August.
Have you ever sailed?
No, sir, but I'd love to, that's for sure.
All of the facilities on the lake had captured Adam's attention right away, but this place was his favorite. Of course, anyone seeing the boathouse up close and for the first time would be impressed. The stonework skirting the foundation, the ample beams supporting the porch roof and entryway, and the weathered grey cedar shingles made the oversized building look like a classic New England structure. Canoes, rowers, sailboats, and even an expensive cigar boat were moored near the boathouse's dock, As Dr. Marchand and Adam approach the sun-tanned boating instructors, the coaches give the two of them a respectful acknowledgement. They understood that anyone being escorted by one of the school's trustees certainly warranted that.
Don, Jake, I want you to meet our school's newest student. His name is Adam Paradis, and he says he would love to learn to sail. Do you think you'll be able to fit him in for the fall semester?
Both men dutifully come forward and shake Adam's hand.
Nice to have you on board, mate. We'll start you out with lessons on one of these dinghies whenever you're ready.
Preston Marchand then points to the entrance of the boathouse and tells Don and Jake to show Adam around the building.
Why don't you two take Adam inside and show him the equipment we have? I'll wait out here while you three get acquainted.
As soon as Adam, with his new mentors, disappears inside, Preston emails Rothmann letting him know the Paradis' visit was winding down. Mr. Rothmann, almost finished up here with Eve and Adam's tour. Paperwork being signed now, everything went very well. We'll keep you posted. Thanks again for your magnanimous patronage, Preston Marchand. As excited as he was, Adam found it hard to conceal his fatigue. At day's end, the whole experience of visiting the prep school and meeting with new faces had worn him out. It was therefore not surprising that on their way home, Adam dozed off. B, on the other hand, had questions that Evie didn't particularly want to hear and had no idea how to answer.
Evie, what do you make of Mr. Rothman paying for this new science wing? Do you think he's doing it because of you?
Mom, don't be silly. Look, Mom, a man like Stan Rothman is always looking around for worthy places to donate his money to. Besides, there are tax benefits. All I know is that it has nothing to do with me personally, so get that out of your head, okay?
Evie says, wondering how long it will be before she spills the beans to Tom and Sarah. A tallish, well-dressed man with olive skin, straight dark brown hair and Gucci sandals reaches the reception desk at the Rothmann Towers and asks if there is a package ready for Zach.
Yes, sir. Just one moment, please.
While the receptionist retrieves the package, an emerald green vase with spikes of yellow snapdragons catches Zach's eye. He breaks one off and quickly passes it through his jacket's lapel buttonhole.
This package requires identification, sir.
Zach flashes his license from an alligator wallet and then takes possession of the boxed package containing the keys and title to the $300,000 retainer on wheels. It was a quick elevator ride down to the lower level garage. After removing Dr. Silverman's business card from the box and placing it in his own wallet, he finds a folded up note that reads, "If you find the doctor's recorder, see that you get it back to me." Not a good idea to record anything. Zach tells himself and then repeats the old adage, "But mine is not to wonder why, mine is but to do and make someone die." Then he tries the key. The roar of the Bentley's 12-cylinder engine tells him he will enjoy his 500-mile trip back home when this job is done. The contract will be completed just as soon as the details are worked out very, very carefully.